Hello there, you little scamps. We're back with a quick look at Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse, which is coming soon to Xbox One and PlayStation 4, having released on PC and Vita last year. The adventure game is back. I'm Rich Walker, this is Dan Webb.
Hi.
And yeah, we had a chance to visit the game's creator and Revolution Software CEO Charles Cecil, who took us through the game and the kind of enhancements that he's bringing to the console version, and took us through a bit of the story and the basics, and hopefully we're going to kind of try and relay some of that stuff to you from his mouth to our brains, from our mouths to your brains.
Yeah, pretty much that. So right. Yeah, we've got about probably nearly 20 minutes of gameplay footage. We're jumping around all over the place. So we've got the intro cutscene here. We've got the intro, the first like 2 or 3 minutes, probably a little bit longer. Then we've got the puzzle, and then we've got the infamous goat puzzle.
Yes.
In super next gen glory, and then we end with one of the trickier puzzles, and it kind of gives you, because if you've never played a Broken Sword game before, and there's a good chance
that you haven't,
because I mean, when were they, like 90s?
PS1 kind of era, so yeah, mid 90s was when they first started, I believe.
Admittedly, I haven't played. Well, I dabbled, but
I played bits of the first two on the PlayStation 1, and then I played Sleeping Dragon on PS2, which is the third game. Yeah. So yeah,
I've dabbled, but I've never spent.
Yeah.
Like it's my mates used to play it, and I used to go around and assist while I was playing it, but I never actually jumped in and done a full game for myself.
Right. So what you saw there at the beginning was 1937, the stealing of this painting, and then George Stobart, who is the main guy from the Broken Sword series, he's back, and he finds himself in this art gallery. And what you didn't just see was a guy in a motorcycle helmet stealing a seemingly worthless painting. Obviously it has significance, as you'll find out as the game progresses. So yeah, they're basically just picking through the crime scene now for clues. So
what do you mean you didn't just see it? Is that because you skipped?
We cut it out, yeah. But there's a bit where the guy steals a painting, he shoots the owner who's on the floor there. That's why that guy's there on the floor.
How do you mean we cut it out, as in me?
Yeah.
Or did you skip it?
No, we cut it out of the video.
I haven't cut it out.
Did you not?
No.
Alright, well you didn't see it anyway, so there you go.
Okay, maybe you clicked the button. Because we did this bit a couple of times. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, somebody's nabbed a painting, and you're an insurance kind of... what would you call it?
He's a detective, isn't he? Isn't
he in insurance?
I'm not sure. It's been so long since
only one painting was stolen though. What are you wasting your time talking to me for?
Yeah.
And then he says that the guy was shot. It's like, was he insured as well? It's like, no, well, don't worry then.
Okay.
So doesn't he work in insurance?
I guess so. I thought he was a detective for some reason. Maybe he's sort of a have-a-go detective. But yeah, so these are the opening moments of the game anyway. It kind of sets the scene.
We insured him too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's in insurance. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Charles Cecil told us about the art as well, didn't he? Like, all of this is hand drawn, and he was going for kind of his touchstone was kind of a Princess Mononoke sort of Ghibli style.
It looks beautiful.
And 5 layers of art, so as you move, it kind of parallax scrolls. These 5 layers gives it that depth. So it looks great. He showed us the Kickstarter video, didn't he? Because this was Kickstarter funded, this game. It made about $800,000.
Yeah, at the time, wasn't it the most successful video game Kickstarter? But obviously, since then we've had Ukulele.
Shenmue 3 making $6 million recently. But
is that the biggest?
I think that's the biggest. Yeah, there was a mobile game or something that made a lot. But
it started, isn't it?
It's the biggest sort of video game. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it was Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Yeah, that was another one, right? That was Castlevania.
Yeah, the Castlevania sort of follow-up. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it looks lovely, doesn't it? It's really nice, and I like that scrolling parallax. Environment's really cool.
It's a classic point and click, right?
Exactly. Yeah, very kind of traditional. You don't move around wherever you click. It's all context sensitive. You move towards that point of interest, right?
Yeah.
So this is exiting the sort of cafe gallery.
Yeah, and I mean, you'll see us standing around a lot, because obviously when we were capturing this, Charles Cecil was talking to us about some of the little stuff, like the new animated, like, kind of scenery.
So
like the birds, the people walking in the background.
So these are all visual enhancements for the console version. So you see that little air conditioning unit.
Yeah,
fan,
things
pigeons.
in the environment to bring it to life, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just a static painting, it's
Absolutely.
more of an actual living, breathing environment.
And it really it works.
Yeah.
And we've got some menu stuff here. There you go. There's a character gallery now, which is worth noting because that
is where we're going.
People liked being able to go back and check out the characters because they'd forget about them. They'd want to refresh. So this was something that Charles Cecil added as a new extra, and the team obviously at Revolution. So yeah, that's a nice little touch.
Yeah, and that's one of the big-ish kind of things. I guess it's not so much about what's added to it, right? It's the fact that people can play it when because it came out on PC, right?
And there's kind of a resurgence, isn't there, now of adventure games with The Walking Dead being successful and all those Telltale games, and it seems like the time's right for a proper.
No, he was saying to us that now the traditional retail model is gone and self-publishing and stuff like that. That it allows them to do more of this kind of stuff that obviously fans want, but publishers don't really. It's not big business for them, not like a FIFA or a Call of Duty kind of thing.
We said that in an interview, didn't he?
He did say that, and we're going to put the interview up soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, this is just cool little stuff. And I do believe you go left now and start talking to
a surly waiter. Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of characters like this who are a bit, quirky. And I seem to remember him having a few witty one-liners, if memory serves.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, let's take some time to appreciate the art again. It's lovely. Yeah. It's really nice. I mean, I can't imagine how long it must take to hand paint and draw all these environments.
And there's loads of environments as well, right? I mean,
yeah, they're so detailed. That's what I like about them. They're like really colourful, really vibrant. That was part of what he said they wanted to achieve with it. He pointed out the Sacre. Is it Sacre de Coeur on the hill there as well?
Maybe.
So, yeah, proper little Parisian landmarks there. Just to give it a sense of place.
But he's telling us a great little story about this place, right? It's the kind of the cafes that he remembers as a kid.
Yeah, that's it. Because he lived in Paris for a while.
Yeah, with his mother, right? So this is it's the classic kind of French little restaurant, right? That you see in films and stuff.
It's almost kind of stereotypical, but in a good way, I think, right?
But yeah, for sure. Just like British pubs, stereotypical.
Yeah, that's true.
American diners.
But there's a lot of truth to the stereotypes.
That's what I mean, right? They're based in fact for the most part.
Absolutely.
Here's the would you call him surly?
He's slightly surly.
Well,
sort of throwing
maybe
bags
just like
at you like that. Oh, good point. Yeah,
sarcastic.
All adds depth. So yeah, the humour's back. I mean, Broken Sword's always had a bit of a wry sense of humour. And that's back in, and you can talk with anyone about any sort of point of interest that you think might be worth pursuing. I think you kind of tie together different threads to create logical kind of outcomes for your investigation. So it's about gathering clues and playing the detective.
It's not easy either, right?
No. I mean, it's traditional point and click in every sense, in that you really have to use your noggin. And you see that in some of the puzzles we try later on, don't you? I mean, this one's a relatively easy one.
Yeah.
So all you got to do in this puzzle is push this trolley along.
We have to get into this building on the left, right?
Yeah, you have to get up to this air conditioning unit you can see on the right above the shutters.
And then rewire it so that we can open the shutters and go in.
Exactly. So this is me playing. So yeah, I do all right, I think.
No, you don't.
What you don't see is that I push the trolley back and forth. We cut that out.
Yeah, you don't do all right.
Well, do I not?
You get to this bit and it was like, Rich, don't do that. Rich, don't do that. Do this, Rich.
Would you have done it straight away then?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, because he said cut the wires
and
rewire it all.
It took me a while to figure out that using nail clippers to cut the wires is the way to go. But I thought you get like a shock or something.
No.
So thinking maybe you need something with a bit of insulation. So it's like, can I just switch out the wires or something? I was thinking.
No.
And obviously you turn off the power supply first. It takes a while to dawn on me that that's the thing to do.
Yeah, and then you cut them and you basically just rewire them.
Yeah.
Right?
So I remember in Broken Sword 1 and 2, some of the puzzles had a weird sense of logic. They almost defied logic, some of them. But these kind of have a clearer sense of logic, and maybe that's what was throwing me. because it was a clear sense of logic, and I was trying to think for a kind of lateral way around it when you don't need to. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
There you go. He's got it.
But because Cecil told me.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, I was there going, yeah, Rich.
Yeah, try that.
It's not going to work. You have to turn the power off.
Yeah, electrocute myself.
I know you have to turn the power off for the second one, right?
Yeah. That was close. The wire was live.
Turn it off, Rich.
Turn it off.
Turn it off, Rich.
You idiot.
Turn it off.
I don't know why it took me so long to figure out. I think it was the pressure of knowing I was recording this. So there we go.
Poor excuse, Rich.
But this is a simple puzzle, and yeah. So
this is quite early on, though, right?
I think this is quite early on. Yeah. I think he said it wasn't far on from the beginning. So
no, use the wire to connect them.
Yeah. So then that's it. There we go. Reroute the wire and bish bash
Turn
bosh.
on. Shutters open. You go inside.
I made that look a lot harder than it should have been.
Yeah, because like as far as puzzles go in this game, that is like really simple.
Yeah.
I do think people are going to find these gamers these days, because as a 90s gamer, like your mindset was completely different to what it is.
I'm guessing you and I don't know. This is maybe a generalisation, but I would like to think that you and I, as 90s gamers, probably have a better attention span than,
I wouldn't say it's down to
the noughties gamers, no?
In the 90s we were just thrown in the deep end.
Yeah, I suppose.
We had no internet to Google anything.
Mm-hmm.
The only way that we could get through it was just kind of through
perseverance or reading a mag.
It's like a war of attrition, right? I've been using that phrase a lot recently.
Pretty much. But Charles Cecil said as well that's a kind of reference to Indiana Jones with the pitch black room. Right,
so everyone will know this if they played it as the goat puzzle, the infamous goat puzzle.
Well, not just yet. First we have to distract this. There's a gunner in the turret up there.
But the majority of this clip is the goat puzzle.
Yeah, the goat puzzle. But yeah, this is classic helmet on a mop.
So there's a little bit of humour as well, right?
Yeah.
Like really dry kind of British humour.
Yeah, it's a bit, So, it's tongue-in-cheek. I like it.
So you're going to distract the guy. So this is the mansion that you see at the beginning of the game. And there's a guy in it.
3 years later.
Yeah, there's a guy in it. He's got a gun. So you need to get closer. So you're distracting him. So as if that would really work. But I like that.
It totally would. There you go.
And I forgot. Why do you need to move the goat?
The goat puzzle thing is a reference to, I think it's in Broken Sword 1 or 2. There's a ridiculous puzzle involving a goat. So this is a nod to that. But I think you have to distract him because otherwise he attacks you maybe, and you get shot if you try and get past him. So I think you have to try and get him to butt the tree to get some apples down, which you can then use to lure him to that pile of apples over there to feed him, and he's out of the way. So there you go. Otherwise you get butted and you run the risk of getting shot. So that's why you got to get the goat out of the way. So yeah, munch, that's a clue.
That's mine.
Yeah, so like in terms of it's I don't know the original, but Charles was talking about it.
Yeah.
And said that maybe it's going back to what you were saying earlier on, that it wasn't quite straightforward. But like this on its own, like I would have thought about it, but not as quickly as say they do.
As they do, yeah.
Because look, I would say, okay, look, obviously I've got to get the goat over there, but then it's not just that, but you have to move the tyre as well, right?
Yeah, there's something to do with that. There's all sorts. Then I think you have to get the wing mirror off the car and use that as a
to blind the guy in the window, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So there's a lot to kind of take in here and just absorb.
Yeah, and it rewards that kind of, just stopping and thinking and not just rushing in and going with the first thing you think's going to work, So I like that, and I'm actually really looking forward to playing this because I didn't play it on Vita or PC or whatever.
So I'd like them to do a 1 to 4.
I suggested this, a collection of the old games.
That said, I tried to play the Monkey Island when they did the remakes.
I loved going back to those.
I just didn't have the patience for it.
I played them all again. It was great. I do miss these kinds of games. I miss something a little more cerebral now and again, just to, you know, break up the shooting and the punching things in the face.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the
goat now had a whole
the visuals on this compared to obviously the Monkey Islands.
Yeah.
Completely different. I actually genuinely really like how this looks and the art style. So maybe I will find this one resonate more with this than I would do with the remakes of. Obviously, this isn't a remake either, right?
No, well,
it's
kind of a remaster of a recent game, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's only last year, right? Last October, was it?
Yeah.
So
or December, something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it a remake.
That's definitely not a remake. No.
It's just a port, right?
Sort of
enhanced version. So yeah, obviously you use the side mirror now with the sun.
There we go.
And then
and bam, one blinded gunman. Right in his face. Aye. Aye.
I blinded the shooter.
What was that a reference to? What did he say?
I can't remember.
Is it 40 Towers or something stupid like that?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe.
Anyway, this is another puzzle later on. This is quite complex. We didn't actually solve this. We worked out how to do it.
Even Charles Cecil was having problems remembering the sequence here, so I don't feel so bad not knowing it.
So
myself.
we've cut about 4 minutes before until. No, you didn't. You gave me the controller, didn't you? You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Do you want to have a go?
So these guys returned from the other Broken Sword games. I forget their names now, but
Pearl
and can't remember. But Pearl is the woman definitely.
Pearl and Elle.
Is it Stan and Pearl or something?
I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, you talk to these guys and she's basically sad because her holiday's ruined, so you need to play Ave Maria for her, which is that and you've got to play that on these paint tins and stuff. So some of them play a note, others don't, and you've got to work out the right sequence.
We have to pick up the hammer from the toolbox first.
Yeah, so we spent a long time trying to get this right, and I don't think we ever did we?
No, because it was more of just trying to remember the notes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I was trying to read music.
I
can't really read music.
So if you can imagine the three of us, you, me and Charles Cecil, all trying to hum this tune and hitting the things at the same time, we looked like lunatics. Absolute loonies trying to get this right. But yeah, they all have different notes, and you know, if you have the time, you'll get it eventually. But it's just an example of the kind of, you know, cool little puzzles in the game. Was it Dwayne and Pearl? Was it?
Oh, I wasn't playing it. I
missed the name.
Yeah.
So you hovered over.
I don't think I can speak to him. This is where we get the hammer.
So yeah, you get the little hammer, and then you can knock the things to get a proper little note out of them, and that's how you do it. And you're trying to recreate the experience for Pearl to cheer her up.
So it's what, the oil drum, the two paint cans, and the fire extinguisher. But the paint can as well. They're both B at the moment, but you can fill one with liquid to change the tone of it, and so I think it's like 5 notes you need, right?
Yeah. And once you get the sequence, that's it. But yeah,
4 or 5.
You have to hit one of them a few times in a row.
Well, I mean, you can see at the bottom with the notes.
Yeah. And Nico's there. What are you up to? So this is they're obviously reunited from the other games as well, Nico and George. So
Church and Spiel.
Yeah. So yeah, fans will appreciate that.
So you got the G, the A, and the B.
Yeah.
And yeah, for somebody who plays the piano, I should really know.
Dwayne and Pearl. There it is.
Dwayne. That was it.
So yeah, this is getting towards the end here, isn't it?
It is, Rich.
Our demo. You can't hit the traffic cone.
No, and this is out at the end of the month, I do believe.
It's out late August, early September, I believe.
We're still in July, right?
Yeah, it'll be coming digitally to Xbox Game Store for Xbox One, PlayStation Store for PlayStation 4, and it's also going to be available as a physical edition with a comic in Europe and Middle East and Australia kind of territories. Not the US, sadly, but yeah, that's it.
That's a shame. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us, folks. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Cheers, bye.